It's Season 3, Episode 12 of The Adventure Begins. It starts right now. Hey man, here's your events for this week. We ain't got that many, so it's gonna go by really fast. Tuesday, March 22nd, we have the comic lottery. This is where you hang out with us online or here in store about 5:30. And those ratio books, those 1 in 25s, 1 in 50s, 1 in 100s, you use your points for those. We don't sell those like most places do. But anyway, this is your chance to get your hands on one of those awesome books. So again, check us out like on Facebook and Twitch and all that jazz about 5:30, or come hang out with us upstairs. It's Dina, Jason, and myself. Sometimes we're just goofing off. Sometimes it's really salty, and I don't want to deal with comic books, so then we just cut it off. So it's whatever I feel like doing. Again, 5:30. Thursday, March 24th, we have Bring Your Own Board Game. It's an event here hosted by our very own Austin. It's a free gig, 6 p.m., and here she is. She's going to tell you all about it.
All right, it's Bring Your Own Board Game night this Thursday. It's every other Thursday. You can bring any board game you want, set it up, teach us how to play. We'll play together.
Saturday, March 26th, we have a board game design group, and guess what? It's awesome. She's going to tell you all about this one as well.
I'd love to see you at Board Game Design Group. We have a whole group of people who come in and we play test different games we made. I recently made a game called Tic-Tac-Toad, and I am undefeated. Can you beat me?
Also on March 26th, we have Warhammer 40K narrative event. This is $35. Starts at 11 a.m. And guess what, man? Nosage, the leader of the Forge. He's got details.
This is Jason. I make terrain. We have a narrative event for 40K coming up this Saturday. Starts at 11, goes till 7. Narrative event. It's more of a thing where folks get together and we kind of tell a story with 3 games that go on. At the end, there's a winning team. But for the most part, it's beer, pretzels, and having a good time playing 40K. Come and join us.
Sunday, March 20th, we have the Adventurers League. Make sure you sign up online. This is for the big kids. This is over the age of 17 and up. It starts at 4 p.m., $5. Pay the $5 when you get here, not online. A lot of people have been trying to pay online. We don't know how you're doing that or how you even are able to do so. But anyway, pay here when you get here. We got some upcoming events in April. We have a ladies' game night. Guess what, man? Austin.
So this ladies' game night coming up on April 20th, we're going to be teaching how to play Magic the Gathering Commander. We're going to have playmats and decks you can borrow, so even if you don't have your own cards yet, you can come in, learn how to get a feel for the game, and see if it's the right game for you.
Also, we had a Mosaic break that was supposed to happen this week. Man, let's go upstairs and find out why it's not happening.
Hello, everybody. This is Lewis up here with the Adventure Stadium. Unfortunately, we had to go ahead and cancel our next break, guys. It was our 2-box Mosaic. However, we have lined up 2 awesome breaks to follow up on them. We have April 8th, we have Phoenix Hobby along with Mosaic Hobby, $50 a spot. Great, 32 team random. And then at the end of the month, what we all been waiting for, Prism along with Mosaic Hobby. And those prices are yet to be determined. But please come on into the store, check us out. We'll have it listed with more accurate dates and the prices. See you guys then.
Those are your events this week, man. We hope you check in with us next week for even more awesome adventures you could partake in.
Today I'm going to feature a game that we have available at The Adventure Begins called Masquerade. It's a fun game where you're trying to collect the most coins using the power of masks. The thing about the game is that you're not quite sure what mask you have at any given time. You can look at your mask or you can use its ability. You can't do both. And when you use its ability, you don't actually have to have that mask. You just have to convince everybody else you do. However, if they do challenge you, you might risk losing the coins. However, if they challenge you and you're right, well, you keep the coins. So it's a kind of a fast-paced guessing game where you're trying to remember when you swapped, what mask you have, and if anyone else knows what mask you have. It's definitely fun for like a party if you want something a little more thinky, but not quite to the level of like full-on war game. So come down to The Adventure Begins and check it out.
Hey man, it's time to fill your stash, dude. Here are the top 10 books I recommend picking up this week before anybody else does. And don't forget to check out the Adventure Begins Facebook every week around Thursday, Fridays for the FOC list. That way you can get your orders in so you won't have to worry about picking them up the week that they come out. You already have it right behind the register. All right, man, book number 1, we got Captain America, Iron Man number 5, the Carnage cover. This cover is so dope. So pick it up, man. I only ordered a handful. Didn't realize that it was going to be as cool as it is. Demon Days, Blood Feud. This is the Peach and Momoko book. It's the final chapter. So find out who's been chasing her this entire time. Ghost Cage number 1. It's highly anticipated follow-up to East to West. Harley Quinn 13. We've got new characters, new faces. So I'm thinking it's going to be a possible key, especially with those new characters in there. Star Wars Darth Vader 21. The Lucasfilm Mando cover. It's got Mr. Gideon himself on the cover. So these have been going crazy, especially from the Mando series. Speaking of Mando, we got Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 19. The Lucasfilm Mando cover. Bo-Katan is on this book, as you can see. And it's pretty dope. So again, man, I didn't order heavy on these. I didn't realize what covers they were going to be because they didn't send me an image. Trial of the Amazons, Wonder Girl number 1. This is a new story, so with new characters possible. Key, maybe. Pick it up just in case, for those collectors out there. Venom, Lethal Protector number 1. This is pretty dope, especially if you have the original run. It's got a new team. It's got new characters, so that could be a possible key. Plus, the inside looks like the original Lethal Protectors book, so it kind of brings you back to that 90s nostalgia jazz. It's not like heavy and gritty as most Venom books are, but it is a lot of fun to read. We have Demons number 1. We put up the video on the Facebook page. Check it out. This thing is dope. I don't think we ordered too many because we didn't know what we had at the time, but we've got the dynamic duo Snyder and Capullo team up. You might remember them from the Batman run they did. That was super awesome. For the last one, man, we got Wolverine patch number 1. This has got new team of mutants. It's a possible key because of the new team of mutants. The story takes place during the Larry Hama run, back like in the 90s, around like Wolverine 50 and all that jazz. So, for all you Larry Hama fans out there, here you go, man. It's a continuing story. And last but certainly not least, man, Count Crowley, Amateur Midnight Hunter. He's coming out with a brand new book, man. My boy David Desmalchin. He is going to be in store sometime this summer. We don't have a date yet, but he has assured me that he's going to be here. That's Mr. Polka Dot Man himself. So come in, pick up your book. That way you have something for him to sign whenever he's in store. And telling you what, man, this is a really cool book. It's season 2 of said book. You know what? We're going to have David tell you all about it.
How did it come to this? I used to be a legend. Oh! Forgot my teeth. Welcome back to the show. I am your host, Dr. Fearless. Now, before we get back to tonight's creature feature, we have a word from our sponsor. I am smiling. My dear fiends, does your cat's litter box stink like the dead? Are ghastly smells haunting your house? Dr. Fearless prescribes Mew Mew Fresh Litter, guaranteed to make those erroneous odors rest in peace. Isn't that right, Bubblegum? What do you have there, Bubblegum? Is that what I think it is? Boils and ghouls, the wait is finally over. Bubblegum has just informed me that our favorite monster hunter, Jerry Barkman, is now back. Look, Jerry's still wrestling with her inner demons. She's also bracing to do battle with a procession of werewolves, bloodless giants, dismembered zombies, and vengeful vampires. Will her past come back to haunt her? Or will she unearth the truth, slay the beasts, and save the world? It's all in a night's work for Beloit, Missouri's KSKB TV's top-rated horror hostess. Prepare yourselves for the return of Count Crowley, amateur midnight monster hunter. Coming soon to a comic shop near you.
You know, that's a good comic book right there, Count Crowley. That's a good one. You remember that one? Written by that Dalmatian guy? What's his name? Dalmatian? What a weird name.
Right, that's Mulchian, of course, and the art by Lucas Kettner. They're fans of my show. No, they are. They're fans of the show, you guys. I know they are. I heard it. I saw it online somewhere.
Hey man, it's crisis time! It's MCP for...
You and me?
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. This is where we break down some of our favorite characters and some of the new people coming out in MCP. It's March, so we're doing characters of green. Now, none of these characters get pinched on St. Patty's Day.
No, they don't. None of them do.
And you know what? The one that looks like a leprechaun, he's not green. He's a raccoon. Looks like a rabbit.
Trash panda.
Yeah, right on, man. So, you got some wizards.
Let me kick it off with Baron Mordo. Yeah, he's a member of the Convocation. Mm-hmm. Hangs out with Dr. Strange and that crew. He's 6 health on his healthy side, with defenses of 2 physical, 4 energy, and 4 mystic, which is pretty good defenses.
All the way
Physical,
around, really.
a little wimpy, but there's some cards that help him out with those physical defenses. Mm-hmm. But that's not his main objective. On his injured side, he's exactly the same, except he has 5 health. His building attack, which is a mystical attack, is called the Staff of the Living Tribunal. Range 3, so kind of not up close and personal, but probably mid-range there. Strength 4, so 4 dice, 0 power. You gain power for damage dealt, like most builders. And on the wild, you push the size 2 character short.
Oh, right on.
A little boop, boop.
Yeah, so throw on an objective and be like,
A little bit of control element in there, yeah. And it's mystical attack too, so not a lot of people have very high mystical defenses, unless your name is Juggernaut. Ooh, I hate that guy.
I'm the Juggernaut, Chaz.
Then we have second attack, which is also a builder. It's called the Bolt of Bishru. Range 4. So you see where we're going here. We're going long range, which kind of helps with that physical defense. He wants to keep people at range.
Yeah.
Strength 4, not a bunch of dice you're throwing here. Power 0. After the attack, you gain 1 power. On the wild, the target character gains a hex. Now this is regardless whether you do damage or not.
Oh wow, right on.
So you just throw an attack on, you're going to hex them at least, and you're going to get a power.
Yeah.
So not too bad.
Hate the hex.
Hex is awesome. And then we have his Spender attack, which is called the Reigns of Ragador. It is a range 4 also. Yes. Strength 7. So
Oh, okay, yeah.
power 4. After the attack, the target gains poison and incinerate.
Jesus.
Again, not damage dependent.
Yeah. See, that's one thing I hate about these wizards and witches, man. Pretty much anything they do, you get something.
Yes.
And then that means you're going to have to get it, like on your next activation, you have to shake it or you have to do something about it.
Go to the doctor.
Which takes an action.
Go to the doctor, get a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not Dr. Voodoo, though.
Dr.
He'll put
Strange.
things back on you.
Dr. Strange. So then, that's the end of his attacks. Now we're getting into superpowers, which are some crazy stuff. Lots of words on these, but mostly the words are there to protect against rules lowering. But the basics are this. So we got Master of the Occult. Super easy. 0 power. You spend an action, he gains 2 power. So he can battery up.
Yeah.
Then you can blow Texas cards like R&D and spread that power to other people in your team. So then we have Soul Barb, which costs 2 power. This is really cool because you choose an enemy within range 3 of him with the 1 or more of these special conditions. Hex, Incinerate, Poison, or Slow. They have one of those already on them. You choose one of those, and each enemy character within 2 gets the one you chose. So we're spreading it like COVID.
Yeah, right on.
Yes.
COVID Mordo.
So if you clump together and you hit somebody with poison, now all of those enemy team members within 2 get poison as well.
That's horrible.
Only for 2 powers. Nice.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Reactive superpower, Velocity of Sidorak. This is the reason a lot of people take this character, because he is a support character with this power. For 2 power, when another allied character within 3 makes an attack, you can use this superpower. You add 2 dice to their attack roll. Mm-hmm. And then after the attack is resolved, that attacking character takes 1 damage. So now you've had a 7 dice attack, you're using Ferocity Sidorak, now you have a 9 dice attack.
Right.
From Baron Mordo. So it's a little extra boost, a little extra punch.
We don't like Bordeaux's punch.
Mm-hmm. Then we have another reactive superpower, Vaulting Boots of Valator. Costs 2 power. After he's pushed, he can do a short advance.
Oh, right on.
So it's
pretty much pointless.
Similar to She-Hulk's ability.
Yeah.
You push her where she takes damage, and then she can also move short back towards the target. Yeah.
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 It's just definitely pointless.
Yes.
So don't even bother with it.
And he has an innate superpower, flying. Boop, boop, boop. So he can move over terrain and stuff.
Because he's a wizard.
Now, on to his comic book version.
Oh, yeah.
Which this character's name is, I didn't know this, Carl Amadeus Mordo. That's right. Now, here's a big surprise. Created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. Who are these guys?
Yeah, I've never heard of them. Maybe they'll make it. You think they'll make it?
I don't know.
Doubtful. Not with names like Ditko and Lee.
August 1963, this character first premiered in Strange Tales number 111. He looked very different than he does
I can
in
imagine.
MCP.
Oh, I can imagine.
He looks like some creepy old guy. Yeah, anyways. Mordo was originally studying magic arts under the Ancient One, so he's an apprentice to the Ancient One, and he was plotting to kill the Ancient One to get his secret powers. And Dr. Strange got wind of this, warned the Ancient One. Mordo ended up being exiled. Dr. Strange became the Sorcerer Supreme.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. In the MCU, he's portrayed by, what's his name? Chiwetel Ejiofor. First appeared in the original Doctor Strange movie in the MCU, and he will be making another appearance in the Multiverse of Madness, which comes out next month, I think.
Yes.
Right? Looks like he's changed a bit.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Maybe that's part of his superpowers. He's Benjamin Button. He started out super old, and now here by the end of the MCU, he's gonna be a baby.
Some people have put forward the theory that maybe he's a good guy now because this is a multiverse variant of Mordo. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll
so
see.
many questions.
Yeah, with the multiverse, anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
The Fantastic Four bag on the face, Spider-Man could happen. Good. Doubtful that it will.
And that is Baron Mordo. Over to you, my
Very
son.
cool. By the way, I hate the convocation. I hate them. I don't like playing against them. I now hate playing against web slingers or web heads even more.
Flip.
We played last Friday and he beat me. And I knew he was because the team that I'd chosen was not equipped for a Spider-Man led team, a spider-based team. But I wanted to play with my new characters. So I was salty the entire week, and Friday made it even worse. But I got over it really quick because MCP is always fun to play.
Yeah.
And playing against Venom is absolutely horrible.
Playing against Juggernaut is absolutely white knuckled the whole time.
But if you play him right. But I didn't do my homework either.
It's always a learning experience, and that's a good segue into folks. You can come in, learn to play this game with us.
That's right.
We're not master experts here. We're all just learning the game here, so don't be intimidated by this all. We're just doing a little bit of homework, that's all.
Yeah, for sure, man. We've got demo games coming up with
sometime in May.
And then we have the Extra Life MCP April 16th. It's a Saturday. So we're going to have discounts on all this stuff, man. We're up to 25% off of stuff. We'll have bundles on the demo day where you can pay less than $200 for bundles and have your...
you can be good to go and show up on a night, and you could even compete in the tournament and do well.
Yeah, for sure. So we're just trying to build the community and all that jazz because there's so much stuff that we want to get into as far as tournaments. If not, we're just going to have to...
We'll keep plugging away, heads down, nose at the grindstone. You will join us.
If we don't see anything happen by the end of the year, we will be playing these tournaments by ourselves.
You will join us.
All right, man. So here we go. It's Bob, the agent of Hydra. First appearance of Cable in Deadpool number 38. That was back in 2007.
Oh, my.
Yeah, he was created by Fabian somebody and Riley Brown. I'm not going to try to butcher
Fabian's somebody?
last name.
Gotcha.
Team affiliations is Hydra, of course, and the X-Agency. Bob had a cameo in the 2016 feature film Deadpool, where he was portrayed by Rob Hader. That's pretty much all we have on Bob. I mean, he teams up with Deadpool every once in a while. Deadpool loves him, and he doesn't kill him.
He likes tacos and chimichangas.
Yeah. Bob, Agent of Hydra, he's a 3 health, size and threat 2 with 2s across the board. Physical energy and mystic. His Hydra pistol has a range 3, 4 dice, 0 power physical attack. After this attack is resolved, the character gains 1 power. So regardless, doesn't matter, he's going to gain that power. Excessive violence, now this is where it gets a little crazy. It's a range 4, 9 dice, 0 power physical attack. You have to have the loaded token to access it.
Loaded like a diaper?
That's right. So this token, as soon as you first line up everybody, he gets the loaded token, so you're able to play it once. Before damage is dealt, all other characters within range 2 of the target character suffer 2 damage. And before damage is dealt, this character, meaning Bob, is thrown away from the target character's shorts. And if Bob isn't dazed by this action, he suffers 3 damage, which will daze him.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a suicide mission is what this is. But it can deal a lot of damage.
Yeah, it can.
Hydra Tactics, pay 2 power and choose another allied character within range 2 and place that character within range 1 of the chosen character. So it's just a moving ability.
Sneaky Hydra crap.
Yeah, sneaky. Make it spicy, Bob.
Oh.
This is an action. It's an 8 power, and this character gains the loaded token. That way he can play excessive violence again. And you're like, why would he do that, right? He's already dazed, so that means he flips over, right? He's injured. Pays 8, gets that token back. Well, on his injured side, he has a, but how? If this character does not have an activated token and would have been KO'd by having damage token placed on it, that means if he's damaged, he hasn't been activated yet, it gains the daze token instead, so he doesn't kill off.
That's right.
During the cleanup phase, when you would normally flip this character's card, as a result of a daze token, it remains on its injured side, and the character loses 3 power. So that's always fun. If at any time this is the only character you control, you lose the game.
Yes, but he's basically going to stay there for you.
Yeah, he's just going to stay. So, of course, this...
He's a good backfield objective holder.
Yeah.
And it's going to be pretty hard for people to take him out.
Yeah, I've played with him once or twice, and like on the back end, he's great. I played with him against Julius, and Julius absolutely hated him.
Yeah.
Because he just kept coming back.
Yep.
So if you're gaining all this power, or if you have characters who can leadership ability, or can just like throw power outs or tactic cards, you can build that power up, hit that loaded again, and then that takes damage on his inward side. Well, now he's just dazed.
Yeah, he's fine.
So, also, man, his last one, Muy Caliente. This character gains 1 loaded token at the start of the game, which we already discussed. But I just want to say Muy Caliente.
Because he likes it spicy and muy caliente. That's why he's into excessive violence.
That's right, man. So he's kind of like, a zombie.
Yeah.
If you play him right, he can be a zombie, and he can be a heavy hitter.
Yeah.
So
I'd say he doesn't get used quite so much because there's a lot of other characters that do not similar stuff, but more interesting stuff. And I would think that this character would be more in a roster that you really liked him. You're playing him thematically, I would think.
yeah, or if you have if he's your last pick, everybody else is just so strong.
He's also a 2-threat, so he does fill in like when you're doing a 17-threat
No, you got a 19
crisis
right there.
and you need that extra 2.
Yeah.
He's a good filler for that.
Yeah, I like to pick him up if I've got all my favorite characters and I know I can do some damage. I'm like, all right, man, I got 2. Let's put Bob in here just for fun, because why not?
Yeah.
You know. So that are the 2 green characters this week.
Green.
Yes. Green.
Green.
See you next week with 2 more green characters. Again, man, you can come in buy Marvel Crisis Protocol for $99.99. Mordo in the Agent one, what's he going for? $39. And Deadpool and Bob, which is $54.95.
Because that has a nice big old piece of scenery in it.
It does. So you got Deadpool, Bob,
And the taco truck.
the taco truck, and you can there's a couple
Multiple
different
poses for Deadpool.
for Deadpool for sure. All right, man. Cool.
Check us out.
Before we go, man, here's this week's pet of the week. This is Hugo. Look at Hugo. He's shocked and surprised that he's on this show right now. He's getting his hair did. and we surprised him. What a face. Hey man, for you, those of you tuned in last week, we are giving away a Carnage poster. The question is, what was the name of the Spider-Man video game for Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis that starred Carnage as the main villain? I want you to write your answers right here in the comments, because I guess, I don't know, in a week or two, we're going to give away that Carnage poster to one lucky winner. We'll put everybody who gets it right, we'll put you in a randomizer, wherever's on top. At the end of a few spins, man, you get that poster. You want your comics, games, and sports cards, but you're too afraid to go outside because it's raining and it's cold? Well, that's cool, man, because you can shop at our online store at shop.theadventurebeginstx.com for all of your nerdy needs. Free shipping to all 50 states with orders over $100. Check out last week's Zoinks. I think it was a loot crate. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there that I don't want. So if you want an item from said box, I want this, and it's yours. For the most part, if your name comes up in the randomizer and all that jazz. New episodes drop every week on certain social media platforms like Facebook and on YouTube and on Roku for me and for you through woodlandsonline.com. So it's International Goof Off Day. We're going to show you a whole bunch of employees goofing off right now. Hope you have a very goofy week. Till next time, kids. Children. I work with children. Hey man, here are your new comics for this week. See you nerds.
I've accidentally. I'd love to see you at Board Game Meetup Design.
Right, Bill? It's too early. We gotta wait 2 hours before he speaks.
I'd love to see you at Board Game Meetup Design Group. No, wrong. Still the wrong order.